Now, Sports Talk with Broads. Here's Hunter Brody.
I desperately needed that. There's no way in hell I would have been able to sleep tonight if the Phillies dropped another game to the Padres. And look, they answered the bell big time. They returned the favor. The Phillies were shut out 3-0 in Game 1. They shut out the Padres 3-0 in Game 2. And something that I love about this storyline, even though I don't want this to continue forever, but what have we mentioned about this pitching staff as of late? They've been unbelievable and completely keeping you involved in games, if not even doing more than just keeping you involved. And the fact that this offense didn't explode and you were still able to win the game the way that you were, that's magnificent. Now, Zack Wheeler was sensational. 97 total pitches. I saw probably one of the nastiest sliders I've seen out of Zack Wheeler in quite some time. 0 walks, 0 earned runs, of course, and 7 innings. And then after the game, you're hearing him talk about how, I like my command. I thought the command was good, but there's still even more to do. And I'm like, what? 97 pitches, 0 walks, 0 earned runs. I'm not satisfied. That's pretty much the damn message from Zack Wheeler, which is electric. And look, Rhys Hoskins got going offensively with a homer. JT Real Mucho got you on the board early, a 1-0 lead. And this is after the debacle of Alec Boehm and Rhys Hoskins, and the ball's flying into foul territory. JT's following the play up. He grabs it, guns out at third base, which seriously I thought changed the tone of what was going down. Imagine a scenario where there's a bit of deflation involved because now it's 1-0 early on. Not that that means automatically that JT wouldn't have responded and scored a run to tie the game up 1-1, but it's a different type of feel when you lose, you're not losing the lead, but you're going down, and now there's a deficit where you're looking up at the Padres instead of staying even keel where it's 0-0 in a tied baseball game. That does matter. So I thought that play really kind of changed what possibly could have happened. It changed the outcome, at least of the early stages, and that's massive considering the Phillies looked so lifeless and so lost in Game 1 of this series. I'm just proud of the way that the team responded as a whole. It wasn't a lethal day at the dish by any means, but it was timely with JT and Rhys, and then Odubel Herrera with a nice RBI in there as well. And that's what Odubel does. He does so many things that makes you want to blow your brains out, but at the same time, there's sequences like this where he does a nice little how do you do and adds insurance, or he just does a little thing here and there that just keeps himself above water, as he is one of the most frustrating players we have seen in this city. I can't think about this. Think about it. The year is 2022, and we are still talking about Odubel Herrera. It is pretty wild to think about, just knowing everything that he's been through off the field and everything he's been through on the field with some of his decision-making things that he does out there. Even though I'm a big proponent of people feel he's way worse than what he really is, and I stand by that, it's hard to imagine it being the year 2022 and Odubel still being a part of this franchise. But he came up big with an RBI. Now the lead at that point was 3-0. And in what universe did we feel comfortable with Jose Alvarado in the 8th? Nobody did. Nobody did at all. But it was easy. Almost too easy. I almost felt wheezy because of how easy it was for Jose Alvarado. And then Knebel, 4 pitches. Did he even do anything out there? With a blink of an eye, here they go into the postgame show, because I must have missed that 9th inning. A nice, easy breeze for your bullpen, and sign me up for that, please. The amount of heartache I go through, the amount of times my heart feels like it's sunk into my stomach and it's in my gut and it's drowning because Jose Alvarado's in there or Familia's in there. But they shut the door, and that's what you desperately needed. And now you have an opportunity and a nice afternoon tilt on Thursday, tomorrow, to win a damn series. Keep it rolling, baby. Keep this snowball happening. My takeaways here is the fact that Rhys and JT got on the board big time. We need JT desperately. We need JT to wake the hell up. And it looked like his defensive effort there and that throw to third base was something that generated a little life for him. And he was feeling confident. He was feeling good. And then bang. It only takes one guy to step up and then adds an extra layer to this already deep lineup. Look, you're going to be out Bryce Harper. Well, you were out without Bryce Harper. Hopefully we see him soon. But the news and the update on Bryce Harper was we don't know when the hell he's going to play in right field again. And my honest opinion, we won't see him in the field again. We won't see him play this season in right field, which is tough when it comes to that DH spot, because now it's solidified to one man instead of trying to get rest days throughout. So that might come back to bite you in the ass at times. I got zero faith in him returning. Now, I did see a good piece on the Philadelphia Inquirer where they interviewed a few doctors to kind of get their diagnosis on it and their information on it. And, you know, obviously it all depends on certain situations and how things shape up, but there's definitely optimism that he'll be fine just batting and staying at the dish, which, I mean, the alternative is it's a disaster. If there was no DH this year in the National League, this Philly squad would be burned, and it would be so crushing to think of a whole year or months and months and months without Bryce Harper. Probably more realistic to say months and months and months, but damn, talk about awful, talk about brutal, talk about horrible feelings all around. So luckily, we at least get that if you want to look at the glass half full. Well, my takeaway was Rhys and JT. Zack Wheeler, of course, shining. Man, some of those strikeouts were filthy. I love watching his fastball. I love watching all of his repertoire, really, whether it's the sinker. I mean, it's great stuff. The slider. A locked-in Zack Wheeler puts a huge smile on my face, where he's walking off the mound with confidence as the inning ends. Can you get enough out of Kyle Gibson tomorrow? Because the last you saw him, it was probably his worst outing I could remember. There was something else that I wanted to bring up. Oh, Kyle Schwarber as well. So Rhys Hoskins leading off 1 for 3. He also walked. So on base 2 times in that leadoff spot. Had 1 RBI with his long shot and scored 2 runs too. So that's very valuable for your leadoff spot that has been heavily criticized and heavily analyzed. Just keep that in mind. The last 3 out of 4 games for Rhys in the leadoff spot is something that I can admire and appreciate and understand that there's something to it. Not ideal, something to it though. We can't just demolish it and destroy it every time it's ugly, but then not reference the times where it did work in your favor and you did do things positively because he was there. Him scoring 2 of the 3 runs in that leadoff spot, that matters. Check mark. Kyle Schwarber, 1 for 2 and 1 walk and scored a run. So Schwarbs, just guys that are struggling. If you want to bring it down to more of a surface level type of topic here. What were my positives? Guys who haven't been clicking seem to do some things that mattered in this 3-0 victory. And your pitching was sensational. Now, your bullpen won't be this sharp every night. I guarantee that. I mean, I'll put my mortgage down on it. Unfortunately, it could be as quickly as tomorrow. We're screaming. Spits flying. Rage is out into the YouTube world, into the podcast world, because they blew a lead or something along those lines. Right? It's probably going to happen quicker than we would like to admit it. But I'll take all the efforts that I possibly can when it's a snooze. Where it's stunning. Really? Avrana? Couple Ks? Okay. Really? Knable? Where was that against the Dodgers? I didn't need to do that. I didn't need to go down that path. Shame on me. I'm a fool. I'm a bad guy. But honestly, that's what we saw today. So this is going to be a little bit of a quick hit. Just bang, quick, 10 minutes. Here's what I saw. That's what went down. 7 innings pitched, 9 strikeouts. That's a solid day at the office, looking at how fooled they were at them. Check swings, doesn't matter. Voit, you're out of here. Pitches upstairs and away. Chasing it, going fishing. And Zach praised JT Realmuto after the game for his ability to call games and what he was doing back there. And, just from a very far distance, keep in mind that always seemed to be a little bit of a side discussion, huh? Oh, can JT really call games? I always thought that would get overblown. But Zack Wheeler, nice nod towards JT back there for whatever that's worth. And by the way, two other things, outside Phillies related. Andrew Knapp, smell you later. Saw that he ended up getting kicked out of the damn league. Not kicked out of the damn league, but he sucks so much. You suck, get out of here. And then Nick Pivetta. No one I hate more in this life than Nick Pivetta. This guy goes out there and throws a complete game for the Boston Red Sox, and they beat the Houston Astros. Ew, you suck. I hate you. Now, he stinks, and this season will tell you that he stinks, and the Red Sox seem to be all out of whack and all out of sorts. But every time I see this individual, there's just something that happens inside my body that I can't help. I can't help it. I can't help it. I can't stand it. So that's where I'm at. Are we really going to end up leaving the show on a sour note after a victory because of Nick Pivetta? Shame on me. I won't allow myself to do that. So here's my final thoughts, all right? Go out there tomorrow and win a damn series. Go out there tomorrow afternoon and be a team that looks prepared, that looks ready to win a series, that looks determined to win a series, and keep this thing rolling in the right direction. Seattle, Dodgers, add the Padres to the mix, and then bang, right back at it against one of the best teams in baseball in the Dodgers again, but this time in South Philadelphia. Where you at? Where you at? Let's keep our eyes on the Bryce situation. And, of course, I would love for this offense to click a little more than just 3 runs. Here I am, demanding them to be better than one of the best in all of baseball in majority of statistical categories in the offensive department. But, it's true that at times it's just a couple runs here or they get shut out by the Padres. Come on, we got to get some of these guys out of the funk. Starting with JT and Schwartz. I need more out of them. And they did some things today that hopefully can wake them up. A little smack in the face, a little smelling salts, if you will. Throw that up your nose. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. A little quick hitter, but that's kind of what the game gave us today. And, that's where we're at. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you.